Hey guys, I'm Jack Punkington here with my brother. Now before everything falls apart. Are you seriously that tired?
No, I was checking myself out. I'm hot.
Okay guys, so we're gonna have a video talking about guitars. So
Whoa. No way.
yes.
Isn't that what you do?
Yes.
Alright, continue.
So I told you guys I got a lot of new gear, and I'm getting more, but I thought I'd do a little like showing of the two things I got now.
It's a grand unveiling of used items.
Yes. So here we've got a 1980s white Harmony Strat that have some few modifications.
Slight modifications, if you haven't noticed.
He did them. We took the pick guard off, and he put tape all around the edges and where the pickups and the pickup selector switch is, and then I painted it.
Yeah, the paint guard used to be solid white with a very thin black trim. As you can tell from down here. It's a thin black trim. Taping off the edges all around and then painting it black just gave it the white outline.
We thought it'd be cool, and the X's and we painted the input jack black. It's kind of an homage to a white guitar that I had that I really wish I hadn't gotten rid of. And which, ironically, this is the same exact pickups in it. So that'd be really cool, and it sounds really great. And with this, I also got a dual humbucker Telecaster. We have no idea what company it is. I think it's Squire, but I don't know. I don't know. That sucks. I don't know a model that Squire makes a dual humbucker Telecaster that's not a signature. So
yeah, someone scratched off the company or whatever.
Yeah, but it's really cool.
Is what it is.
And I'm gonna do a lot of modifications of that. You'll see that in the future. What? Yeah, I know.
Already scratched the paint, dude.
I know. It's only spray paint. Within like the next week, hopefully I'll have more videos out of like more gear that I am going to get soon, and I'll have reviews out of both of those. I just don't use this camera for reviews. So for the rest of the video, we're gonna talk about like playing guitar and like what it does to you personally, and how it can change your life, and kind of like into a backstory of how we met.
See, I never expected guitars to change my life, but here's a funny story. I only started playing because of a joke. I was given a very small, very tiny guitar for Christmas as a joke. I got really, really bored and I started to play it.
Really?
Yes. That is how I started with guitar.
I started
guitar. Little tiny first act thing.
Seriously?
Like this freaking big. Yeah, it was black. Had a picture of a dragon on it.
Nice. I started playing guitar when I was 13, I think. 13 or 14.
Something teen.
Yeah. I was in 8th grade, or going into 8th grade. And I was a saxophone player.
That's saxophone.
And I'd always wanted to play guitar. And I got a Nirvana album for Christmas the year before. And listening to the music really got me into the music. And the other part was I figured I could get a girlfriend if I played guitar. The ironic thing.
The aspirations of a 13-year-old.
The ironic thing is that actually works.
What's actually really funny is that we actually met because of the girl that I was dating. They were in class together, and she knew that he played guitar, and knew that I played, so she wanted us to meet, and our very first conversation was, "Hey, you want to make a band?"
Yeah, that was our first conversation.
And I was over at his house jamming by what, next week?
No, that day, I think. Because I told you to bring your guitar with
Yeah,
you.
something like that.
And I had an air hockey table. The computer used to be over in the corner. And,
I miss that air hockey table, dude.
oh, I sold that.
Still got the pool table, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But,
yeah, he was even there when I graduated, which still to this day I was surprised because my grandparents did this big unveiling of a guitar while we were at Applebee's, and it was my graduation present. However, they had the waiter bring over my present. I thought Applebee's was spontaneously giving me a guitar for free, and I flipped out, especially when I realized it was the guitar that I wanted, an Ibanez RG350. And, I was freaking out. I was screaming like a little girl internally.
ironically,
And then I realized it was actually my grandparents that had them carry it over for me, and I felt kind of stupid, but still very happy.
I have the picture still of all three of us, you, me, and your mom.
Yeah.
Sitting in the booth, and the caption is, I don't know who's more excited.
Right.
Because
we all saw the guitars. Like,
we were all freaking out.
Yeah, because I was playing on
a crate.
It was my first electric guitar was a crate. It was just a starter, just a starter pack crate, and I got this, and I named her Tabby. Because I like to read a lot of tabs and I like to play a lot of chords, so her name is Tabitha Chords.
And within the week, on Tuesday, I will have my own Tabby.
It's true. He is getting one, although his would be the RG351, which is basically exactly the same thing as this. The only difference is it's not going to have the edge bridge. It's going to have a normal standard bridge.
And it's actually string through the body too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm not a huge Floyd Rose. Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's a.
You can swear.
It's a. The word bitch just does not describe it.
Yeah.
I hate changing the strings on her. Which means I kind of like to go out of my way to get good strings, because the bad ones tend to oxidize really quick. And then I'm changing them all the time. It's no fun.
No, it's not.
Especially when I actually think I need to get some new Allen screws on there, because they are beginning to strip. My locks up here are actually beginning to strip. Yeah. Because I have to undo them so much.
That's why I gave you D'Addario.
Yeah.
I am more of a standard trem kind of guy. I do like Bigsby's, which are really weird. Most people of my genre of music hate Bigsby's. What?
I said right.
Like him. But
yeah,
I don't.
That's Bigsby knocked your tuning out like the second you got done tuning it. Well, I'm gonna go play a song. Never mind, I'm gonna tune again for the next 20 minutes.
But the one thing I
had to grab a little toy.
I don't like the Floyds just because it's such a. I've had so many, and I've made a video on why I don't like Floyds on Floyd Rose.
I will show you the reason why I like them right about now, because I just got to put it on. The RG350 has. It's not exactly a Floyd Rose. It's an Ibanez version of it called the Edge. It's very pretty, by the way.
The only difference between this and a standard Floyd is a Floyd is on it's close, but the situation up here is most Floyds aren't on a dual axe system. That's why this is called the Edge 2, because it's on an edge screw jacking system. Most Floyds do a 6 jacking system. So the Edge is a little different with its play, and in the back you can adjust it with the spring, and it will adjust the tension here too. Unlike a standard Floyd where you just gotta move the spring screws up and down.
Now here's my favorite part. Just watch the strings.
That's why he likes Floyds.
I can do that while playing. And go right back into tune.
Almost.
It's slightly out of tune already, so. Yeah. But the only modification I've made to this was adding the little pick thing and
the locking nuts. Yeah. But my style, I don't use a lot of whammy anyway.
Right.
I rely more on just my finger style. I can add whammy when I'm playing a guitar with it, but I don't. It's just not really my thing. It's because my guitar teacher. The thing.
Why shake the bar when you can finger the string?
My guitar teacher, he grew up being taught that way by his teacher, and he always said a whammy bar. A whammy bar is a guitarist's last trick. When they're out of all their tricks, they'll use the whammy bar. Which is true and not true depending on the guitar player, but when you're just taught that way.
Or the song.
Yeah, or the song. But when you're just taught that way, it just sticks.
Like a plasma grenade.
Yes.
Don't play with those, man.
Well, like I said, I will have a few videos coming out, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, of a lot of gear reviews.
We go over how guitars change your life.
They
introduce music to make you have fun. If you really want to think about it, if you're left-handed, your right hand is dancing.
Yeah.
If you're left-handed, your left hand is dancing.
And when you're ever performing, you
are dancing.
Yeah, well, it's an amazing feeling. We actually did our very first performance together. I was 16, he was 17.
I was bald.
He was bald. I had short blonde hair.
I do not miss being bald.
I don't miss short blonde hair. It was funny. I had told everyone that I knew I was gonna play. And it was actually on my 16th birthday.
Yeah,
and
I told everyone.
No one showed up. We were all alone, except for the other bands, and they were super cool.
My dad had the day off. He dropped me off.
My dad also had the day off.
Whatever.
We both got hugged by a big black man that day, though.
We did.
That was weird.
We really did.
We got off stage, and
he was cool.
He was really cool. He was a roadie for one of the other bands that were there that day. He just came up to us, just picked us up. He's like, "You guys did great. I loved your songs."
I like that guy.
He was cool. But
also like hugs. So.
Yeah, we also like hugs. But music can change your life. But interesting thing, if you don't get famous, you will never, ever, 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 except for some cases, have money for drugs because you're always buying guitar gear. Unless you're famous.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. I've spent the last of my money yesterday getting gas so I could go pick up those 2 guitars. And then I'm going to do 2 more deals later this week probably.
Too broke for drugs.
Too broke for drugs.
Drug-free life.
I also am saying goodbye to my drum set. My drum set.
Hi drum set. I'm gonna say hi just because I'm a rebel. Hi drum set. You can go fuck yourself.
One of the guitars, the Ibanez, in part of the deal.
Oh, the one that he's giving you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is I'm getting rid of one of my guitars and the drum set for it.
The SG, right?
Yes.
You named it Ruby.
Yes.
We were gonna do modifications to the SG
to make it a Ruby.
signature, as a tribute to a show called Ruby.
I can make my Ivan as white.
I'm not making my winter.
like
winter's cool, but
I can make a crow.
I do like Crow's symbol.
Yeah.
But I really like Adam. And yet he's only showed up once.
Yeah, he's only showed up once.
No, twice. Sorry.
Oh.
Showed up for like a second. 2 times.
Yeah. But I'm getting rid of the drum set. The drummer of our band has decided to retire the drum set. We've had it for how long?
Long enough for it to retire, which I wish I had its job. Just sit around, get banged a lot.
Yeah.
And then retire.
We've had it for almost as long as we've known each other. I actually bought it for $100 at a garage sale. 6 years almost. Yeah. Because the drummer that we were in our first band together, and the drummer of our band, her parents wouldn't let her take her drum set to any performances.
So we had to. Oh, right.
Yeah.
That I remember that pissing me off a lot because they allowed us to play in their garage, and then we had a gig set up, and right before we got to go, they said no, you can't take the drum set. What?
it sucked, and even worse though, like I had spent because it was like the night before that they told us, so I spent the rest of that night contacting anyone I knew.
Trying to find just a spare drum set.
Just to borrow. And we did. And then no one showed up to the show.
Which sucks because it was a charity show.
Yeah.
It was to raise money for a charity organization, and nobody showed up.
So
only the other bands showed up, and when they saw that nobody was there, they left. Me and him had a guitar battle in the middle of the lot for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because nobody was there. Why not?
It was fun. It sucked. I eventually had that concert.
Nah.
I didn't raise that much money.
No.
I don't remember what I did with the money.
Wasn't that your senior project?
Yeah. Anyway. So it's been with us for a long time, and it's gone to every show that we've done. And the drummer, I talked to him the other day, and he's like, "Well, I can get this set for $200 that I'm looking at." And one of the people that we might be considering for a bass player has a 14-piece drum set. Yeah.
What does he think he is, Dave Grohl?
No, he just has a lot of money.
Oh, well, I wish I had that problem.
Yeah, him and Scott were supposed to open for Slayer last year.
Well.
So, and he still has those connections, so we could end up opening for Slayer or, bands of that magnitude.
Now, here's a song that needs to be played if you are opening for Slayer. The song is called Slayer by Red Velvet. Or no, Velvet Revolvers. That would be great.
That would be great.
It's like, so we know that Slayer's coming on next. Let us play some Slayer. Not related.
But he decided to retire the drum set, and it's not an expensive one, and so I definitely need the room, and I'm
not sure if you noticed, but you are in a room.
I need more room within my room.
Okay. I mean, you've got guitar rack, amps. There's like, what is that? 2 half stacks, bass. That entire corner is covered in guitars and amps. There's guitars. There's a couple guitars over there. There's a couple amps and a freaking
There's
drum
guitars
set
in the cases
there.
too.
There's guitars over there.
Yeah.
Okay, and right here next to the computer, like right there, another amp. Right there, another guitar. Right there is a river. That can go.
Oh, there's more drum stuff over there too.
So, there is a bookshelf over here where the ceiling's kind of curved and it's pushed up as far as it can to that spot. There's an opening behind it, or at least there would be if there wasn't a bunch of guitars and drum
There's
stuff
2
behind
more guitars
it.
behind it too. One of them's this big. Actually, 2 of them are. There's an electric and acoustic this big.
I'm gonna play the electric one up. It's so cool.
I'll show it to you.
I'll play it.
So, that's the other thing. Guitars will consume your life, and you'll end up just buying a ton of stuff.
They either consume your life or you consume them. It's better for them to consume you because you're actually meaty, and who wants to eat wood? Shut up. You're about to make a hooker joke.
So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Reviews coming out soon. I'll have this guy over again. And check our band.
Whoa, I'm allowed to come over again?
Yes.
Alright.
Check out the band page channel because after this we're making a video for that. And I'll put a link in the description. So, bye!
It's gonna go all Cobain. I'm gonna blow your mind. Many Cobain jokes will be made, by the way.
Yeah, that's just him. Bye, guys.
Adios.